With patch 9.8's release, we have a ton of new changes. New maps entering the rotation, new agents rising in the meta, and new tier lists coming at you today. We've seen a lot of really crazy things shaking up the meta recently, and today we are sharing them all with you. So buckle in, get ready, and let's take a look at it all right now, starting out with our controllers. Clove has taken the top spot, and for good reason. Since their release, Clove has seen an exceptionally high win rate, the highest in the game in fact. Their kit is straightforward and impactful, making it hard to misuse. Clove's heal is simple to use, only available after getting kills. Their metal ability is great for fighting for space. Finally, Clove's ultimate is very impactful, and their ability to smoke after death ensures that they can contribute even if they die early. For these reasons, in a ranked setting, Clove is seeing undeniable success. Even with Pearl's return, we don't expect Clove's effectiveness to change much, despite the potential range limitations on a larger map. What does it look like for other controllers though? Well, surprisingly so, Brimstone finds himself higher on the list than other controllers as well. In many ways, Brimstone is just a worse version of Clove. His abilities are straightforward and impactful, not requiring much team coordination. Brimstone's ultimate is very powerful, giving him a boost in value, and while his smokes are range locked similar to Clove's and his don't refresh, this isn't as much of an issue in ranked play where lurking isn't as prevalent. When you compare this to Omen, despite his potential, he finds himself lower on our list for ranked play. He's not seeing as much success as he might in pro play. Omen's kit, while very powerful, requires more coordination than it typically is present in our ranked matches. His global smokes often don't get as much value as they could because players oftentimes aren't lurking. Omen's blind isn't as always effective as it could be, and his ultimate is rarely utilized to make plays. Currently, Omen has one of the lowest win rates in the game, and this doesn't mean that Omen is a bad agent. He is awesome in the right hands. However, for ranked play, he requires more coordination than is typically available. You want to blind for your teammates, you want to smoke for your lurks. Those things just don't really happen as often in ranked. As for the other controllers, we would love to place them higher on this list, and we do believe they can excel in the right setting, but given the current ranked meta, we can't see any reason to recommend them above these other three agents. We know, Viper and Harbor can be really awesome on Pearl and Split, but if people aren't even fully utilizing Omen's kit, they're certainly not going to be taking advantage of Viper and Harbor. For this reason, they find themselves lower on the list than others. Now, you'll likely notice in this tier list, a common theme that we are going to face is that the best agents are oftentimes the ones that excel mostly with their gunplay more than their team play. You've really got to know how to fight in the current meta, and if you don't feel comfortable with that yet, then you're going to struggle to climb. Luckily, over at SkillCapped, our Aim God Masterclass is designed to take any one of you and help you get immortal level mechanics in just a few weeks. What may surprise you is that aiming in Valorant isn't actually that hard when you know the correct fundamentals. And that's exactly what we're going to teach you in this hour-long course. We're so confident that we can help you improve your mechanics, in fact, that we offer a rank improvement guarantee, meaning that if you don't climb 500 RR while using our service, you don't pay. If you're wondering where 500 RR would land you, then I highly recommend heading over to SkillCapped and using our free ranked calculator to see exactly where you could be in just a few weeks. Part of the reason that we're able to guarantee this improvement comes down to our direct line of feedback with our subscribers. It's not just courses that you get, you'll also get access to our Discord where our coaches will give you personalized feedback just for you to make sure that you are able to climb. You can submit VODs, ask questions, and even get tracker reviews to tell you what you're doing wrong. So if you're looking to climb and rank this act, be sure to check out SkillCapped. And other than that, let's take a look at what's going on in our Duelist department. Now, Neon is absolutely crushing it in the Duelist role right now. She's far and away the best ranked Duelist, and frankly, it's not even a close competition. Neon has essentially taken over Jett's old role, but she does it even better. Ever since her slide changes, Neon has been dominating the ladder. These changes have given her an edge that is hard to match in ranked play. While pro teams may have reasons to swap Neon out in certain situations, in ranked we see no compelling reason to not pick her. Her mobility and power to take space makes it a nightmare for opponents to deal with. And if you're looking to climb the ranked ladder as a Duelist, Neon should be your go-to pick. Now, if Neon doesn't suit your playstyle or she's already been picked, don't worry, we've got two excellent alternatives for you. ISO and Phoenix are both sitting comfortably in our A tier, and for good reason. These agents embody the same theme of guaranteed value that we discussed with Clove. What does this mean? Well, their kits are designed to give you an edge in gunfights, even if you're not having the best day aim-wise. While agents like Jett and Raze can absolutely be a monster in the right hands, they also have a higher skill floor. ISO and Phoenix, on the other hand, are more forgiving and easier to get value out of consistently. If you're not 100% confident in your mechanical skill on any given day, ISO and Phoenix are surefire ways to still make a big impact without really putting in much work. Their abilities are straightforward and effective, giving you advantages in duels without requiring complex setups or team coordination. And in the context of ranked play, these agents actually find themselves a bit higher on our list than some traditionally popular picks like Jett and Raze. They're solid choices on pretty much any map, making them versatile picks for your ranked grind. Remember, in ranked, just having that ability to just straight up be strong stronger than people in gunfights is very powerful, and that's why Phoenix and ISO find themselves so high. Moving on to our initiators, we have a couple of people that we really need to talk about. Even after the nerfs, Gekko still claims the top spot among our initiators, and it's for good reason. A lot of his success comes down to the simplicity of his kit and the ability to recycle his utility. Although the nerfs make this a little bit more difficult to do, you can still pick up all of your utility all of the same. In ranked play, when you don't often get punished for scaling, Gekko could be incredibly valuable. His abilities like Dizzy and Wingman can be used repeatedly to scale up incredibly safely, making it that you pretty much get infinite value out of them. These can also be combined into a powerful execute, giving Gekko and his team a significant advantage. While other agents like Sova sometimes need to choose if they are going to drone or dart, Gekko can do basically everything all at once. On top of this, Gekko's ability to plant and defuse with Wingman gives him an extra edge in ranked play. This versatility and ease of use makes Gekko a top pick for initiators in the current meta. Coming in at close second though, we do actually have Sova. Despite being one of the oldest agents in the game, Sova's kit really holds up incredibly well. His recon darts are particularly effective in ranked, where most players don't preemptively plan for them, and this means that Sova can consistently gather valuable information for his team, and oftentimes even get kills through those recon tags. Looking at Sova's ultimate and his shock darts, they can also have a huge potential for chip damage and round impact. Literally just getting one kill with your Hunter's Fury can oftentimes win the round. So if you're looking for an agent to main, Sova is always a great pick due to his consistent value across patches. Finally, rounding out our A tier, we have Fade. Fade is nearly as good as Sova, and for some similar reasons. She provides excellent information gathering capabilities for her team. Her haunt ability oftentimes doesn't get shot, especially when used with lineups, and Fade's prowlers are also incredibly effective and intuitive to use, making her a strong pick even for less experienced players. With Split coming back into the rotation, Fade is likely going to feel even better to play. Now, when it comes to other initiators, they're kind of lacking a bit in value right now in ranked. These agents aren't always super intuitive to play effectively, and they can be hard to use to support your teammates without being an exceptionally skilled player. This makes them much less reliable picks for an average ranked player. Finally though, we've got to dive into the Sentinel category, where we've got some interesting development. When it comes to Sentinels, Killjoy and Cypher are always going to take the cake once again. These two agents are pretty much interchangeable at the top level of play. They're the best info Sentinels in the game right now, and they're going to land themselves in the A tier. Especially with Split and Pearl's rotation coming back, you will see both of these agents run frequently on these maps. It's just that their ability to gather information and control the areas of the map is unparalleled. If you're looking for a reliable Sentinel pick, you pick Killjoy or Cypher, straight up. Right below these agents though, we actually have a surprising development where we're going to be placing Deadlock and Sage in our A tier. Believe it or not, these two agents actually have exceptional win rates pretty much across all ranks in the game. In fact, their win rates are even higher than Killjoy and Cypher despite not having any flank guard abilities. We believe that this is due to a couple of factors. Firstly, teams in rank don't always effectively take advantage of lurkers on attack, as we mentioned before. This means that info utility from Killjoy and Cypher isn't always necessary. Secondly, Deadlock and Sage have the ability to stop a push in its tracks pretty much instantly. This is highly valued in rank play, where the attackers will basically just rush it down every single round. When the attackers run into both a physical and metaphorical wall, they often don't know how to react. Should they rotate? Should they try to break through? This indecision gives your team time to rotate and secure that round. Additionally, both Deadlock and Sage have very impactful ultimates. These ultimates can easily win a round if used well. Our advice is that you don't want to sleep on these agents. They might not be your traditional top picks, and your team might complain about not having flank guard, but their win rate does not lie. Finally, talking about our newest Sentinel, Vyse, they're in kind of a weird spot right now. We still don't have enough data to fully support playing her or avoiding her. Her win rate is pretty low at the moment, so if you want to play it safe, you might want to avoid her right now. However, there's definitely potential in her kit. Her wall, ultimate, and roots are all incredibly powerful abilities. We wouldn't be surprised if this isn't the last time that we talk about Vyse. As players learn to use her more effectively, she could easily end up climbing the ranks in future tier lists. Alright though guys, before we wrap this up, let me tell you a little bit more about SkillCapped. So we offer a 5-division rank up guarantee, and we think that is a pretty crazy thing to offer. It's like your local gym membership promising that you'll get ripped. Your gym would go bust if they offered you that. Not us though. We've offered this for years because our service really does work. With over 500 guides curing to over 50 courses, nobody else can compare. We also offer users like you direct access to our experts in the Discord so that you can get personalized feedback just for you. Players will submit VOD reviews, send us their trackers, or even just ask questions, and we will respond to anything asked. So if you're serious about climbing this act and want to actually get good at Valorant, then be sure to check out SkillCapped using the link in the description below. And other than that, my name's Casey, and I'll catch you in the next one.